So the Pope says in 1903, music, he says he qualifies that sacred music, but he says sacred music, and I will assert music, should possess in the highest degree the qualities proper to the liturgy, and in particularly sanctity, goodness of form, which will produce the final quality of universality. Now, read out the term proper to the liturgy, because obviously he's talking about music that is composed for the liturgy. He's trying to end practices of bringing in secular styled compositions to use at Mass or at Vespers. But if you leave that out, the rest of these elements, I think, fall into play. It must be holy and must therefore exclude all profanity, not only in itself, but in the manner in which it is presented by those who execute it. So what do we mean by profanity? This term is distinct usually or juxtaposed to sacred and profane. So you'll have a nice wine glass that I'm sure Brother and Charles have used on rare occasion to drink a nice bottle of wine. We would call that profane in the sense that it's not sacred, because it's not a vessel that's consecrated, as in sacred, for service at the altar. But we also, despite my efforts to get another ruling from the Pope on this, apparently profanity is forbidden. It's a struggle for me as a naval man. But I accept that it's forbidden, and I would never say, oh no, it just means talk that's not sacred. Well, yeah, it's not sacred, but it's worse than that. It's profanity. So there's another sense in which we use the term profane, which is uncultured, tending to upset the order in man, which puts intellect, will, rectified habits, virtues, etc., and the animal behavior at the bottom. The profane would tend to upset that. So I would say that's a category, or a quality, if you will, that should apply to all of our entertainments, music not excluded. It must be true art.